So I just cut a sheet of 3/4 inch, basically thick plywood. It's not treated or anything. It's going to be up under the foam piece, so I don't imagine it'll see really any moisture or water. As long as you do have some open areas in the cabinet, you know, for moisture to escape, should be okay. But I'm going to take the got over here, I just propped it up, the foam board, and that's going to go back on top of it. I'll stick that back on top, and then I'm going to slide the sump in. All right, I've got the wood down the bottom, I've got the foam board over it, and then I just cut this sheet of plywood for the back. So the side where all three of the drain lines go, I cut out, you know, a large square section right there. You don't want to, I learned my lesson with my last build, you don't want to seal off the entire thing. You want to leave a pretty significant like air gap, so that the more you close it off, the more stagnant air you have inside there, and the more heat builds up. Also, if you do something like this, you want to make sure on a low point to make a hole so you can run power cords. Okay, got the sump sitting in here. So my drain lines that come through there and then connect. I left a gap in the back to run power cords and stuff like that. I'd rather have more room behind it than in the front, really. I'll show you the other side. Really just fit in here. And then, like I said, I got a few inches to spare on each side, maybe about 4 or 5 inches there, maybe a couple inches on the other side. That's about all I got. Okay, we'll finish up this video. I got everything plumbed in the way I want it. I don't do all the fancy stuff. I'm not doing the colored scheduled 80, schedule 80, PVC, all that type stuff. I just use regular schedule 40 PVC that you get at Lowe's. I don't care as much what it looks like up under here, because when I have friends and family and guests over, nobody looks under here, under the stand. So I really don't care about that point. I mean, I'm showing everyone in these videos just for anybody that's interested, but it doesn't have to look beautiful by any means. So anyway, just a note for the Sapphire 39, the skimmer. You have the option here, so it comes with this plate and then the other plate, so you can use 3 drains or 2 drains. So I went with 2 drains, and I'm using the emergency drain as well, but I just plumbed it over to kind of the middle of the sump so it wouldn't go through the filter socks. So anyway, I'm gonna show you what all I did here. On this, I wish I would have just used a 90 directly off of it, and then the straight little hose connector, whatever you call these. I should have done that because it wouldn't have stuck out so far, but it is what it is. I didn't have any more of them. I ran out. I didn't have enough plumbing stuff, so I kind of just used what I had and made it work, which, like I said, to me it's fine. When people walk in the room, yeah, you can see behind the tank, but nobody's going to really pay much attention to it. Everybody just wants to see what's in the tank. So I'm good with it. And this is how I plumbed it in. I started to hard plumb these, but I just decided to use that. It's like a, I don't know what you call it. It's rubber hose or whatever, but it's got the little braided plastic inside that makes it handle more pressure and kind of keeps it from collapsing. So we'll walk around here. And I got kind of a mess going on around here. So that's kind of how I plumb that in. I put one of those unions right there so that if I need to remove the pump easily, I could do that. Which is threaded right there on top of it. I mean, I could remove that section of it anyway, but those unions are just kind of convenient. So then I ran it up here. A lot of people, when they're doing this plumbing, let me get down lower. A lot of people, when they're doing this plumbing, they'll put manifolds in with a bunch of gate valves or ball valves or whatever. And they might run different things on there, different reactors and stuff like that. All the years I've been doing this stuff, I haven't really found the need to run all those different things off here. My plans are, I will probably at some point put a UV sterilizer on there, and that's probably all that I will use that for. As far as a media reactor, I think it's Nios, something like that. I saw it on the water box tanks, and they have like an in-sump media reactor that I thought was really cool. So I'm probably going to go that route. I really like it, so I'm just going to use that. There's that emergency drain, so I just kind of rested it on top of that board and dropped it right down in the middle. If we ever have water coming out of there, then I've got bigger issues. And then let me get back up and I'll show you. This side, and it comes down, and I put a T right there. And that's how those hoses come off. So anyway, plumbing is done. So we're done with this stage. Oh, I forgot to mention for people that are following along. So a holdup, can't really see it too well now, is that a piece of the underlay or rubber mat was missing right here, and I had a gap right here. Well, come to find out that when we sat this up on the stand, the mat just kind of got rolled up under there. So I raised the tank back up and I unrolled it, kind of like peeled it out. So now it comes almost to the edge. It's maybe not a full inch shy, but a little bit shy still. But I think that's going to be okay. I might still try to get something just to wedge in there a little bit. But I don't think I'm going to wait over a week for that replacement mat to come in and then take all the time to try to put it in place. So next step this week, I'm going to start putting sand and rock in and see if I can get this thing running. That'll be it for this video though. Stay tuned for more.